Hey, and welcome to this week's edition of the Morning Brunch. I'm here with Lauren and Jamie as we're going to talk about some of the things that caught our eyes this week. A lot going on. Weather's been great though outside. That has been the talk of the town, and your job's been pretty easy as of late.
Right, I know, it's like cruise control. Nice. Upper 80s, sunshine, we need rain. Like that's the forecast.
Loving the lack of humidity though. It is nice.
That's the best part.
Very, very nice.
Well, if you've noticed, for the last several months, it seems like we've been doing a lot of these three-person shows. We've had a lot of vacations.
Yes.
People have been off. So I thought this story was particularly fitting and also very interesting. The question is, does a good getaway just make you lose restraint? A new survey reveals just how relaxed Americans are while they're on vacation. According to results from 2,000 Americans surveyed, apparently following a diet and a budget both go out the window when they're on vacation. More than half of people say budgets just don't even exist. Half also say calories don't count. 60% say they skip working out and they don't bother tidying up. I thought this was fascinating because, well, and just listening to the different opinions, for me, it's a complete 180 from this. I am super strict with budgeting on vacations because I feel like, especially with a family of 5, it can get out of control so quickly.
I can see that.
We went to Florida, a month or so ago, and I had it all planned out. Number one, I did not want to eat out with James and Ezra, love them to death, but they're 2 and 1. It's not fun to eat out with kids that age. And so I want to save my money for things that are going to be fun. So I ordered a HelloFresh box to be delivered our first day of vacation. So my husband and I like to cook. We could just cook right there and everybody eat.
Was it an Airbnb type of thing?
It was like a condo. I think it's through Vacasa or something
okay,
like
but
that.
it's
So one of those
similar in nature.
owner rental things. And so that was a way to save money and then a way to be able to divert money other places. But even the other things that are mentioned, tidying up. We are more tidy on vacation.
Wow.
We are because it's such a small space.
Yeah.
And when you've got that, when you have that many people, it can get out of control quickly. So I feel
we are
like
not tidy on vacation.
No, I am. That's one thing I am very particular about. We always try to find a place with a washer and dryer, and we do the laundry every night and keep things organized.
Night.
Wow.
Well, just throw it in. Just throw in what you've worn for the day because you're at the beach. Everything's sandy. Just throw it in. So yeah, I feel like I'm living the life that when I'm on vacation, I'm the better version of myself. All the things that I mean to do and wouldn't do in real life, I have the energy and the bandwidth to do on vacation. But you said completely opposite. You're with this.
I'm dropping a bag. And that bag is just, we're throwing things. The tidying up may be just me shutting the lid at one point. Other than that.
Do you work out on vacation?
It depends. So when I go to Denver next week, I'm going to see some family. When I go to Denver, I'll work out because one of my cousins will want to work out. But if it's up to Caleb, probably not. I go to vacation to get out of the norm. So I work out and do the things and the tidying at home normally. So when I'm traveling, that's the time to just chill and just do whatever I want to do.
What's yours like?
I'm about a 50-50 exercise person on vacation. If we have time, depending on what we have planned, I will absolutely go to the hotel gym or go for a walk.
Do you get up early, if you're at the beach and do the jogs on the beach or stuff like that?
I
always admire those people.
I'd be
nice.
more inclined to do that. I would do something like that.
Because it's you can't do that at home.
Sure.
So it's fun to run on the beach.
Yeah.
You just have to bring an old pair of shoes because they'll be wet and sandy.
Yes.
And do you guys eat out when you're on vacation?
Yeah.
Okay, no holds barred. You guys are going?
I think if we are doing a condo and going to the beach, we'll probably pack a lunch. We'll go to the store and pack there. But dinner out every night. Yeah, I'm cooking.
So we do treat yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's what the phrase was from that story. That's my mantra always.
Okay. Well, you guys, I'm really sad to say that we are dealing with a Factory of Sadness Monday today. The Browns did not win. The Cleveland Browns lost to the Baltimore Ravens yesterday, 41-17. The Browns traveled to Baltimore for the matchup, and the Ravens got on the board first, and they stayed up the whole game. It wasn't a blowout at halftime. There was still hope. Because the Ravens were up 10-3, so we're still in it. And the Browns scored their first touchdown in the third quarter. Of course, it was in a very Browns way. So Joe Flacco threw the pass, and it was deflected off a Ravens defensive player and went into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And so he scored on the play. And then in the fourth quarter is when it all unraveled. Interception, Flacco was sacked, fumbled the ball. The Ravens ran it back for a touchdown. The Ravens actually picked up 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and the Browns only scored 1. And it wasn't Flacco throwing the ball. They actually put in Dylan Gabriel because, you know, we have no shortage of quarterbacks in Cleveland. We've got a long roster. Unfortunately for Caleb, it wasn't Sanders.
It wasn't my boy. It was not my. It was not my guy. I do. I want him to
mean,
succeed so badly. And Lauren pointed this out this morning. I'm a Browns fan this season for Shedeur Sanders and other reasons, and I don't have an NFL team, so I'm shopping around.
Yeah,
I'm trying the market. But to Lauren's point, everything that I'm going through now is by choice. It is all on me. Because you've grown up. You've been a Browns fan.
I can't get out of it, Caleb.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm born in Cleveland. My parents were high school sweethearts from Parma.
Aww.
So, I mean, it's just in the family blood.
Here's the thing.
No reason to subject yourself to this.
I don't. But the problem is because I don't have an NFL team, I don't want to be a bandwagon. I grew up a Warriors fan. I remember when the Warriors were awful. They were giving away tickets to games because we were just so bad.
Browns have done that.
Now, so now the Warriors are great, and I haven't been to a game in years because they're just so expensive and they're hard to get.
Yeah.
So the Browns, I feel like they're an organization. At some point, it has to turn around. They're like the Bears, like your husband. It can't be bad.
Forever.
Hopefully,
But
for
it
this
has.
long.
No, it has.
But it has been.
We've had moments of hope, like when we went to the playoffs a few years ago.
Yeah.
That's when we had Baker Mayfield.
And then they shipped Baker out.
And then they did him dirty. I feel like, I really do. They let him go, and now he's like winning games in Florida. So
I had a friend who named their baby son Baker because of Baker Mayfield, and then they shipped him off. Not the son, but shipped him.
I just saw a video of a Browns fan on TikTok, and he was going through what I'm going to wear for the game tomorrow. And he had about 10 different jerseys of all the quarterbacks that have been on the Browns because there have been so many. Even I think there was some stat that in the last 20 years, the Browns had X amount of quarterbacks that were starting. It's the most in any franchise. And I think some franchise, like, you could combine them, and that's how many quarterbacks they've had starting. It's insane.
there was once in a display in Cleveland, a store where they had a jersey, and they had all these quarterbacks, and the list went down and curled on the floor.
I remember seeing that.
That's just.
So my question is, though, did you lose a bet because you're wearing purple today?
What do you mean? I didn't even think
the
about
Ravens.
that. No, I didn't. That's not my thought process.
Not your thought process.
Now, since moving to Ohio, I did learn that sports is almost like a second religion for some people. Get this, after more than 2,000 responses, researchers found that 35% of fans said they'd choose a sporting event over attending a friend's wedding. Oof. When asked about the crazy thing they've done to see their team play in person, one fan admitted to quitting their job, and others said they hitchhiked from California to Indiana. And while the third person even said they chartered a private jet last minute to make kickoff after a business trip ran late. I also learned that because of Ohio State football games on Saturdays, people will not put their wedding in the fall on those days because they think people won't show up, or they'll just be streaming the game the whole time. So my question to you all, native Ohioans, would you all miss a friend's wedding for a football game?
I feel like if it's a true friend, they're going to have the game on there or something like that. So I probably wouldn't miss it. What makes me laugh, though, is you talk about the quitting a job. So I had multiple very serious conversations with my dad, who is also an Ohio State alum, when I was in college, because I started working at our sister station when I was a sophomore. It was the summer after my sophomore year at Ohio State, and I worked crazy hours. So when I was initially hired on, I was hired on to do like weekend mornings, so I could still go to the games. I was tired, I'd come home, crash and take a nap. I'd work all night, and then I could still go to the games.
Sure.
But then I moved to producing weekend evenings.
Different shift.
During every football game. And I mean, it was a tough decision. Like, do I stay and miss every single game my senior year? And I stayed and I missed the games. But I think maybe I took a day or two off. But yeah, it was a serious, consideration. I'm in college. I came here because I love Ohio State football. But I kept working and watched the games from the newsroom. So, yeah.
All right. What about you, Jamie? Would you skip?
If the Browns were in the Super Bowl.
Which we actually talked about.
Right. Yeah. And if Taylor Swift was doing the halftime show, those, my friends would understand, I think.
Okay, I'll give you one better. Let's say the Browns make the playoffs this year. You wouldn't miss it for a playoff game.
No, because anyway, I'm not going to a playoff game. They're expensive.
So you would be going if it was the Super Bowl.
Yes,
you
I
would be
would wanna
going.
go.
You'll figure it out.
It would not just be staying home to watch it on TV. You would be there.
I would really want to go.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if Ken would agree, but
Yeah. I will say I think there's probably one thing off the top of my head that I would miss someone's wedding for. The World Cup is coming next summer.
Oh, yeah.
I put my name into the pool to get tickets for the group stage. I think it's like Dallas, Houston, a couple of East Coast cities, San Francisco also. And I just said, if I get the ticket, I'll figure it out. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
If it was the World Cup final and I somehow got tickets and somebody's wedding was on that same day, I'd send them a selfie from the game and be like, I'm so sorry, love you to death.
Right.
This is a once in a lifetime. And not that a wedding is not.
Yes. I did put in for Wimbledon tickets for next year, so
Oh.
we'll see. I don't know anyone getting married though, so
Yeah.
I think I'll be okay.
I feel like we miss a lot of weddings in this business because of work.
Sure.
Like you're not allowed to take off during sweeps. And I know like when I was younger, I was working weekends and that was when all my friends were getting married and it was hard to get off. So yeah, it's definitely missing those weddings is a challenge. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, we got more to talk about when we get back, including some good football lore here in the Buckeye State. Stay with us. You don't want to miss it.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're chatting even in the break. We just can't be quiet. We are going to talk about flying. Caleb is always our resident travel expert. It
try to
seems
be.
like
You travel a lot.
Yeah, you hitch a plane ride every now and then.
More than anything, I do fly.
Yeah.
Most places I fly.
Yeah.
But there's new data from Google Flights. It's actually debunking some myths on finding the best holiday airfare deals. One common belief is that booking tickets on Monday and Tuesdays would save money, but it actually turns out there isn't really a day of the week to book that is significantly cheaper than the others. While the specific day to book may not matter, it is notably cheaper to fly on Monday through Wednesdays. I've learned that trick. Traveling early in the week could save about 13% compared to flying over the weekend. The biggest hack I learned was traveling on Sunday mornings. This is when everybody wants to go back. So even next week when I'm traveling, I will come back on Saturday night. I think I leave from Denver at 5:30 local time, and I get back here about 10 our time. And it's a direct flight, but that ticket was what, $175 cheaper than flying out the next morning at 9 a.m. Plus too, so I gotta get up early for it. So I'm like, I'll just come back Saturday night, take my Sunday, and then get ready to come back to work.
You can save on the extra hotel night too, I
Yeah,
guess.
right too. So it all works out.
So you also love points, though. I remember you talking
I
about
do.
that. You aren't you like a loyalty member?
I
or
have a
something,
United
or-
credit card now.
Okay.
So I think this flight I booked partially through points, and I'm gonna book my ticket home for Thanksgiving. I'll use points again, and hopefully
You
it'll
guys
offset
points
it.
people?
Yeah, I do have a credit card, Delta card. I don't travel a whole lot, but I mean, like maybe once or twice a year we'll do something, some sort of trip. Ken and I are going to Vegas coming
Nice.
up for our anniversary.
Aw.
And I don't think we used points on this one. I don't think we had quite enough, but we are traveling on a Monday. And I was tracking the price of the flights. Why do they fluctuate so much?
Yeah.
Like week to week even. It goes from like $200 to $99 was the cheapest I saw. Like it's just crazy all over the place.
It goes up and down. My kind of litmus test is if I see a price, I have a ballpark in my mind of what I think is reasonable. If it falls in there, I just pay the ticket. I don't even worry about it. And then I stop looking, because then if it goes down, I'm going to be upset. So I'll just book it.
Yeah,
and
I was
just go
upset
from
because I
there.
bought it and then I saw it go down to $99.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang it.
I'll like put our information in and I'll think, oh, I've got a really good price. And then it's like, once you add enough seats for all the people that I need to fly and then bags and everything, I'm like, yep, we're just going to drive.
So that's where being a
It's,
loyalty member does come in handy.
yeah.
I get free checked bags on United now
Yeah.
because of it. I think a travel credit card. The real hack is to get I think hotel credit cards are the best ones, because you can get, I know my parents have a Marriott card. It's Marriott, resorts and facilities everywhere. So they'll use it and get the points, and then you get the free nights, and they'll upgrade you automatically. I think that's the real one.
Interesting. I need to dip my toe in the waters of that. I have not before. So
Well, you are a driver. You drive a lot.
yeah,
of
we do.
different places.
But the hotel thing would work.
Yeah.
Try that.
Well, a place you may want to head to check out is Missouri, perhaps. A farmer.
Yes,
And
that's
why
where
not?
I'm going.
That is where I'm going next to.
I lived there for a couple years. It's not a bad place. But a farmer in Belton, Missouri teamed up with Precision Mazes to recreate Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement announcement.
Oh my goodness.
In this suburb of Kansas City, it took 9 hours to transform the blank space into the work of art we see now. This corn maze is now open at Johnson's Farm, and they hope couples come out for a date. They also say it would be really cool if sparks fly and one of those couples ended in a proposal after the date, They're actually running an Instagram contest where one lucky couple will have their initials mazed out next to the Swift Kelsey design.
Caleb says he's done with it.
Can I give my hot take of the
He
morning?
is over.
I like Taylor Swift. I like Travis Kelsey.
Yep.
I find it.
You're just tired of hearing about it.
Yes, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It was leading the Today Show one morning.
Yeah, I remember.
And again, she's huge, massive, right? Billionaire status, music icon, all of these things. And I love that for them.
Yeah.
But it's just thrown in your face so much. And also, maybe I'm just a hater. I also could just be a little haterish. And I recognize that. And I'm okay with it. This is my
I'm
truth.
happy for them. I want them, I want her to have her love story that she's been writing about since she was 15. But I saw last night when they were coming into the game, the Chiefs game, they put up this wall and they rolled. It was like a rolling wall, so people couldn't see her and her mom and her brother walking in. I'm like,
whoa,
that's weird.
Wow.
Why?
It's intense.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Again, I wish them all the best. I really do. I want to make this abundantly
We're not even at the
clear.
wedding yet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You got months and months, right? Is there a date?
I don't think they've picked a date.
Oh boy, it can drag
It's
on.
probably gonna be the
Caleb.
13th of
And
some
then
month.
maybe children someday. Like it's almost like the royal family.
I was thinking
it
in my
is.
head, they're going to roll out the red carpet for
Yeah.
it. It's such.
It is like America's royals.
I just, we'll see. We'll see what
Travis
happens.
Kelsey was fired up after that game yesterday. I don't know. I've seen a
I
clip
did
of
see
him
that, yeah.
saying some choice words.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
throwing his helmet down.
not family-friendly
Uh-oh.
words at all. It's,
Yikes.
yeah. Last year, you thought it would be kind of the storybook ending, them winning the Super Bowl, the Chiefs. America rejoiced when the Chiefs lost. Let me make that abundantly clear. Fly, Eagles, fly. So we'll see what happens this year.
Well, speaking of football, we're back
theme
at it.
today.
It was a wild rematch in Columbus over the weekend. The difference with this was not between the players. 15 years ago, Ohio State University's Brutus and Ohio University's Rufus got into a fight on the field. And this is probably my favorite story of the year. I was there when it happened, when the original fight happened.
Crazy.
And our sister station in Columbus actually talked to the mascots on either side. I love this.
It was a very intense moment because I knew about 100,000 people there were going to hate what I'm about to do. And I'm not supposed to do it.
Feel someone jump on my back, and I'm proud to say I'm able to get into the end zone. Okay. So I'll say I did score the touchdown.
Oh my goodness, we were all just in shock in the stands
I
because
can imagine.
you're like, did that really happen? Was that supposed to happen? What's going on?
That's probably the
here?
immediate question. Is this part
Oh my
of the
goodness.
game today?
And then as the days after rolled on, like you found out Rufus wasn't even a student at
Right.
OU. And it had all been part of this elaborate plot. I didn't find this out until this story. He actually tried out in the first place the year before to be Rufus. And didn't even enjoy it. He
Right.
said he did not enjoy
said
it.
it got
Nope.
annoying.
Yeah, got annoying. But he was just lying in wait and ready to get Brutus.
And it was so funny that the sports faculty just give him a call and they're like, hey, do you want to do Rufus today? He wasn't enrolled in the school
Nope.
anymore.
They didn't realize it. There's
There's no check. It's
Yeah.
just come
and
on out.
everything aligned perfectly
Yeah.
for him
So funny.
to do that.
I think one of the other things I thought that stood out to me in the story was Brutus was talking about after it happened, he started getting calls from lawyers. Do you want to press charges?
Right.
And I'm really glad that
Yes.
he did it.
Oh, yeah.
It would have
Yeah.
upped the
Yeah.
ante a
It-
lot. I
yeah.
was mentioning to Lauren as well during the game this weekend. They did kind of an homage to it, and they played into it a little
Yeah.
bit. They had a tug of war between Brutus and
Rufus.
Rufus.
And they had a scoreboard up. So they're poking fun at it, which I think is great. It will go down in history, though, forever. That
Yeah.
will always be
Yeah.
what happened at the Ohio State OU game.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Ohio State put it on OU pretty good, though. It was close, and then it was not close.
Yeah. Well, no animosity here,
All
right?
right. No, yeah, we're good.
Everybody's friends.
I mean, it's kind of what I expect.
Yeah.
We're a small program in the MAC. I mean, not small, but
Now, what did you think when it happened? Do you remember this happening?
I
What
do
did you-
remember it happening.
Yeah.
I don't remember I don't know. I just was like, hey, yeah, let's go Rufus.
I remember when we were talking about it in studio, you said you thought Brutus was the one who threw the first punch.
Right. I'm like, you better stand up for yourself.
There were people who were
goodness.
very upset about it, and
Yeah.
then the people were like, it's not that big of a deal. And I almost feel like that's why the lore of it grew,
Yeah.
because everybody had such a strong stance on it.
Too funny.
wow.
All right. Jamie, you want to tell us about Halloween Haunt? I know you guys go quite a bit,
we go to
right?
Halloween Haunt. It begins this weekend at Kings Island,
Nice.
and events kick off at 6 in the evening this Friday. So it's a September 19th. We remind you that this year tickets to the haunted attractions are additional. So you have to pay extra money to get into those. And their Conjuring attraction is also going to be an additional cost. The ticket plus the additional haunted attraction pass costs $55.
That's not terrible. It's still not great, but
Not when you have kids that, like 3 kids that want to go, and like
This is
that
true.
adds up. So I wish they really would have announced this before we all bought our
Yes.
gold passes, because
Yeah.
then I would not have bought it for everyone.
And
maybe.
you said you verified, because one of my friends has a gold pass, and she claims that it still is going to let you in. If you have a gold pass, you should still be
You
good.
can get in. You can't do the
You just
haunted
did the haunted
attraction.
attractions are not included like it used to
Correct.
be.
Right.
Okay.
So you'd be good then. You said you wanted one of the necklaces that said "Don't scare me"
I
or
do.
whatever.
Do not scare me. Stay
So
away,
you'd be
please.
fine.
Yeah.
You
But
don't have
here's
to pay
the
the extra
problem.
money.
Here's the problem. I can't show up at this park at my big age and wear the "Do Not Scare Me" necklace. People would judge me, and then my ego's too big. I'm going to be terrified, but
So
I
you need
have
to
to.
go
I
with
have
the-
to see it through.
Yeah, you have to borrow one of our little ones.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to grab
like,
one of the kids and be like, "Come
their
on, Jake!
fault.
Come on,
Yeah.
Jake! Let's go!" I'm like, this is all him. It has nothing to do. I may go Saturday though. I'm actually highly considering
Yeah.
it, and if I go, I will take plenty of pictures and videos, and we'll probably talk about it next week.
Well, this one might not be up your alley either, since you're not the outdoorsy type, you say, right? Young's Jersey Dairy, fantastic place, and you totally should go.
Because the ice cream, I used to go try it.
And they want you to come celebrate fall this year. And they have some family-friendly activities. Calvin's Corny Maze and Playland is opening. And you can even pick your own pumpkins.
That's
and you said
cute.
you don't like doing outdoorsy stuff. Do you ever
More,
go
I
pumpkin
would say
picking or
more
anything?
wilderness.
Oh, wilderness.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
the problem.
I do
Okay.
like fall festivals.
Okay.
Corn mazes are fine. Not if they're huge though. I always have this just fear I would get lost in
Yeah,
one.
I think they're a little
You're not
creepy.
doing the Taylor Swift Kelsey.
No, oh my goodness, this
That's a
is too many
protest,
loops.
though.
I need one of those where there's only so many places you can go wrong, and then
Yeah.
you try them and you get out.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy a fall festival. A couple other things going on this weekend though. The Rotary Fest is back in Dayton. Summer Fest, I should say, that'll be at Levitt Pavilion, September 19th. It's Friday. Crabs Without Legs and the Brass Tracks Band will be taking the stage.
Oh my goodness, and it's Air Force Marathon weekend
sorry
already.
to
Can you
hear.
believe that? Saturday, September 20th. There are altered gate hours you need to keep in mind and some road closures. That is on Saturday. Yeah, remember back in after the Dragons 5K, I said we should do a half. That really went by fast. I'm glad we didn't.
I'm glad
I
you
couldn't have.
didn't.
I couldn't have.
My
gotten
answer
ready in
was no
time.
from the jump. I would
Maybe
come with the
someday.
signs though. I
Yeah,
would support.
maybe supporting. Maybe someday. Thanks for being with us today. We will see you back here next week.
Yeah, while you guys are running, I'll be there.
Great job.